Alrighty, well, we're headed into a new area today. I hit a canyon next to this last week and ended up finding a chalky set. So I'm hoping that this canyon's good. I might have glassed one up last time when I was on that other side, so hopefully we at least have one paddle to pick up. But man, it is going to be a steep climb getting up into here, and it looks like there's not a ton of area to hit, but that's perfect because it's raining. We've got a short afternoon. Beautiful fall day today. I mean, yeah, it's raining, but all the fall colors are popping. I'm just pretty excited to be up here right now. That's a good sign right here. It's a good moose rub. We're in a pretty good brush field, so we're just gonna keep working our way up and see if we find any. Here we go. It's pretty interesting because only a few years ago it was really hard for me to even come across moose sign in some of these areas, but now I can almost always pick a spot on a map, go hit it, and I know I'm gonna be in moose sign, but finding a paddle is a different story. But at least I know they're in the area and I'm just walking by them. Nobody ever picks all these things up. This country's just too thick. So we'll see if we find any today. The weather's actually kind of perfect. It just rained on me a decent amount, but I'm not complaining. I'll take that over 70-degree weather any day. I have a good feeling about this draw though. I've seen a bunch of rubs, just finally hit some sign. So who knows? We'll see. Man, it was a huge risk coming all the way up here because it was a long drive. I could only see just a few, like a little white thing on a far hillside that I thought was a paddle based on where it was laying. And then I had to climb about 2,000 feet up to where this is at. But it is a paddle. And maybe it's old, I don't know, but it looks good. You guys are gonna go see it with me. Alright, so there's been like no moose sign along here. Oh yeah, that's a good paddle. Oh, dude. Oh, and it's in good shape too. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's one of my biggest paddles in this area. Holy crap. Oh, can't tell. I am freaking excited about that one. Wow, triple front. Dude, that is everything I could have hoped for. Oh, we need to match this one up. Look at that. Alrighty, just walking along in this brush. We got one that looks like it's been here a minute. Yeah, definitely not in great shape, but a paddle nonetheless. Alrighty, well, I just picked up this oldie, came up the hill, and I got one right there. And if you look closely around this tree, there's our other side. It's gonna be hard. This hillside is nasty, so I think the best way I can do it is just grabbing it. So let's see what this one is. Oh, we need to match up that big one, but look at that. That's a great paddle. Oh, that is a sweet paddle. Man, I'm glad I came in here. This is kind of a hellhole to get in here. I gotta pull out this other side. I'm too excited to look at these. Let's grab this side out of here. Oh, yeah. Man, look at that front. Holy crap. That backside's actually, this one's actually in pretty good shape. This is pretty heavy for what you'd expect. Oh, this is fun. Okay, let's go chuck this guy down with his match. So I just broke off the tine of that guy, but we don't care about that one now. All right. Use that guy in his match. That's a good bowl. Heck yeah. Man, all because I glassed one up in a hellhole and decided to come all the way in here. That's fun. We gotta match up that big one. We're not gonna leave without it. Well, I've kind of been running around like a chicken with my head cut off looking for the other side of that big one I found. That's the original one I glassed up. I don't even know how I glassed that thing up because it's a ways where I glassed it up from. And I could just see basically the back side of it. So like kind of the back of the palm, like it was facing away. So I wasn't positive that it was a moose shed, but it just looked like an antler. And that day I was like, man, that's just in a terrible spot. Like it's gonna be tough to get all the way in there. But I made it all the way in here today. Just picked up that set, got the single, but I just want to match up that big one that I glassed up. One of my prettier antlers, probably gonna be one of my favorite moose sheds that I've ever found. I haven't even picked it up yet. I haven't even touched it because I'm so stressed because I came in here just for an afternoon. So I really want to match it up. I'm trying not to waste any time, but I need to go back down. I ditched my pack next to it and I've just been lugging these things around and they're pretty heavy. I don't know if they're just, it rained today a lot. I mean, they're decent sized antlers, but I think they're also just waterlogged. I think this other one that I found is brown. It's either brown or hard white. Like it's in good shape, which I'm glad because it's the biggest one so far of the day. So we'll see, but so far today has been a win. Man, any day you find one paddle, it's a win, but finding 4 in about an hour is pretty unreal. So maybe we can match this up. If we get 2 sets on the day, yeah, that'd be crazy. But can't complain. I'm already so pumped about what we found. Just feel super blessed to be out here. It's just a gorgeous day. It's raining on me right now, but I don't even care. This is freaking awesome. Alrighty guys, let's pick it up. I almost just don't even want to touch it because this is such a sweet paddle. But dude. Oh my gosh. I hope you guys can see that. Look at that. Oh, it's perfect. Dude, that is a big bull. Man, that's a heavy antler too. Just a dense sucker. Got these drop fronts over here. Triple front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that's a beautiful paddle. That is everything and more that I hoped that this shed would be that I glassed up. I had no idea it was this big, or I for sure would have picked it up on the spot, but we got to match it up, so I'm not going to take too much time. I'll show you guys this other set real quick. Mega front on this left side. It's just a single front, which is what most of the bulls have, it seems like, around here, but not a bad little set. Just old, kind of chewed up. They're still heavy. It's a good bull. Alrighty, well, got them all loaded up on here. It's raining on me, but I've just been sprinting around trying to match up that big one. That's a sweet paddle. I don't think I ever saw this bull last winter. If I did, I never got pictures of him, but oh, just a freaking sweet bull. Gotta match that one up. I don't know if it's gonna happen today. It's starting to come down. Man, well, I just did some pretty tight grids. I feel like this area is like the closest thing to Alaskan tundra type brush where I just feel like it could be laying anywhere in here. I just can't decide where to look. I'm just running low on time. It's stressful finding a big paddle like deep in country like this because I just don't want to come back in here. I mean, moose, if they're not side by side, it's hard because they can travel a lot in one day. So we're gonna put our hands on the other side, I think, at some point. Definitely gonna put in some effort too. And you hear that thunder? Need to find it. Not very many days that you actually find paddles. Just an awesome day. I can do this every freaking day. We need to match this one up. There's gotta be a couple sets in here somewhere. Alrighty, well, we're making one last ditch effort. I decided I'm gonna go head back into this area where I found those 3 other paddles. I think there's good odds there's more in here. think there's like medium odds that, if that's a thing, that the other side of that big one is in here. But I think I better go poke around in here one more time, because I just don't want to come back up here. And then there's a little bit of country below me, but it's pretty nasty below me. So the odds of matching that thing up, if it's below me, are pretty low. If it's in here, I think they're pretty good. So fingers crossed it's in this, or we just luck into it on the way out. There's no luck, there's just work. Put in enough work looking for these things, and eventually you find them. It seems like typically I can go out on a day and find some kind of deer shed or elk shed if I'm targeting them. Moose sheds are not that way. I feel like 1 in 5 times I go out, I find one. Obviously, sometimes you find a good pocket, so you can come hit it a few days in a row, but even then, a lot of those areas I've come right back to the next year and never found another paddle in. So I'm not as habitual as deer and elk. That's kind of my joke, is I always just say the best spot to find moose sheds is where you find them, because they just kind of shed wherever they want. They're tough, but that's what makes them more fun, in my opinion. Picked up a lot of deer and elk sheds. I'm getting up there on my numbers with moose sheds now, but I don't know if I'll ever get tired of this. They're just too unique. But man, that pack looks good. Look at that paddle. Freaking tank. Look at that thing compared to my pack. Oh. Well, I'm trying to ride the high of finding that big moose shed, but it's just killing me that I can't match it up. I just put in 4 miles this afternoon gridding this area. I know it's in here. I know based on where that one was, there's pretty good odds if anybody had been in here, they would have found that one. And probably not those chalks. Those were in kind of a weird spot, but there's one more drainage. I'm gonna head out that direction. I'm guessing we're gonna have to come back in here and look around for it another day. I'm about to lose daylight. Finally, it looks like it's gonna stop raining, so should get out of here. But there's like, it's just funny. There's like this high of finding like a huge antler, and then there's always like the panic of like, okay, I found one, but like, where's the other side? Guys, so I'm just hauling down this ridge, trying to get to this next area that I think is gonna be good. And as I'm working down there, I'm like, man, this looks kind of good. I can see some like fresh moose tracks. Haven't seen any like poop sign this whole time, but I did just walk up on an older paddle. I think it's actually still in decent shape. Let me show you. I'm just walking along. Boom, right there. Like, so hard to see in there, but this is turning out to be a wicked day. Alrighty, well, there was nowhere really good to set up the camera, but decided just to grab this one. Dude, oh my gosh. Let me show you guys this thing. Dude, like heavy paddle. In perfect shape for, I mean, it's not a brown, but I think it might be a hard white. Been sitting just baking on this face, but man, that's a good paddle. Look at that. That is a great paddle. Gosh, I want to spend all day in here. I'm gonna have to come back. But look at that. So I'll give you guys some comparison. I mean, obviously that's it compared to my forearm, but here's that other one with the big fronts. You're gonna watch me struggle for a sec, but okay. Alrighty, there's that brown. Obviously a big one. I'll have to get some better footage to show you guys at the end, but here's the hard white I just found. It might be 2 years old, but I don't know. The backside's in super good shape. This side's a little chalked out. It's hard to know. Moose paddles definitely chalk out way faster than any other sheds, but look at that. 5 paddles in an afternoon. Alrighty, look at this. Oh, two giant paddles that set the little guy. This one's got a chewed up base, but not too many days. You just have a pack full like that. Some good ones too. I just had started gritting that last section that I thought the other side of that big one might be, so we've still got quite a bit to go down. It's getting dark really fast on me though, so I think we're gonna have to come back, unfortunately, but I'm gonna hit it hard. I've got like 20 minutes of light left, and then I've got to maneuver my way out of this nasty draw in the dark. Alrighty, well, looks a lot lighter than it is right now, but I've just been cruising out. I gritted what I could. I'm skipping over a bunch of good stuff, but just walked down the hill. Not as big as the other ones, but that's still a great paddle. There's number 6 on the day. Looks like it's probably 2 years old, maybe. Still in really good shape. It's not a bad one. But yeah, we need to get out of here, so I'm gonna start cruising a little faster. Who knows? We're probably gonna find another one. Well, these are the repercussions of coming into an area you've never been to before, at least not on this hillside. And hiking out in the dark, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm making my way down slowly. I just keep getting into some nasty brush and having to hike back uphill. And let me tell you, it sounds like I'm like bragging, but trying to pack around a pack full of paddles and this stuff, it's not the most enjoyable, but I can't complain. I guess I have to enjoy it, because I just keep like thinking in my head, like, what did I miss? Where did I not go up here? Because obviously there's a handful missing, and I mean, it's nasty country, so no matter what, you're never gonna match them all up, but it seems like I should be able to match up some of those bigger ones, so we'll see. You guys are not even gonna believe this. I'm hiking out. I seriously have never been on a steeper, thicker hillside in my life. I was basically just crawling through chest deep brush coming down this. I don't know what it is yet, but I know it's a good paddle. I can see the tops. They look decent. Maybe it's old. I have no idea. You'll find out with me. But I seriously was just trying to find my fastest way out of here, bailing out of this freaking nasty bottom. There's got to be so many more in here. This is nuts, but let's see what this one is. So I'm probably a mile from where I found the other ones. Oh my gosh. You're kidding me. Are you freaking kidding me, dude? Oh my gosh. No way. Look at that. Guys, I don't like, it's dark. Look at this. Dark. And I just walked up this freaking drainage because it was too thick where I was going. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, look at that. This is just stupid. This is getting so stupid. Can't even imagine how many I'm walking past if I just found these where I did, because I was not paying attention, just plowing through brush in this nasty hillside, and these are just laying here. They look like they're probably 2 years old, so let's see. But this is a big set, guys. It's probably hard to tell, but these are huge fronts. All right, well, you tell me how I'm gonna fit those on this pack, because I've got this thing loaded down already. Already didn't want to chuck this little guy on the pack. That's 8 paddles, 2 sets, 4 big paddles in a day. Holy crap. Alrighty, well, I know this footage is gonna be garbage because pitch black. You're on a steep hillside, lodged in between a bunch of antlers on my pack right now. But this is crazy. This is a big set too. I came up here for an afternoon to pick up one antler, and this has turned into the most moose sheds I've ever found in a single day. Oh my gosh, these ones are heavy too. Look at that. Man, I've just been like thinking about it the whole time on this hike, like thinking about how many years I've tried to find paddles and just tried to find antlers, get into hunting. A lot of you guys, some of you guys might know I'm the only hunter in my family, so I was blessed. I had some good friends that taught me a lot of it, but 90% of it has probably just been myself, just going around the mountains, not finding anything, not killing anything, and then just continuing with the passion, and eventually it leads to stuff like this. It's just like crazy how many years I've worked to figure out moose and figure out where they shed. Feels like you can just never get a total grip on it, but tonight it does. This is just crazy. Alrighty, well, we're gonna play the fun game of getting this guy, which, just so you guys have some scale, this shed I picked up a second ago is a booner. Look at this one off of the set. Long tines, huge fronts. I just don't even know how to like do this thing justice. I know that footage freaking sucked. I could like not get my camera set up in a good way, but this is insane. I have no idea how I'm gonna get out of here. We've got 8 paddles on an afternoon, like in a couple hours in a place I've never been. This is just freaking nuts. Apparently no one else has been in here either. And packs out this many moose sheds. Like, look at the fronts on that one I just found. I mean, this is like a pile of bone. Okay, if you don't have any of these things, Titan straps will freaking save your life. Just too many for this little freaking pack, but we'll see how this goes. I feel like I'm in Alaska. This feels like I'm seriously in Alaska. Look at this. Like, I don't even know if this is gonna work. I just spent 30 minutes trying to cram all these paddles on here. I couldn't be more grateful. I don't even know what to say. Oh my gosh. Okay, we got to the base of one of the hills. That's freaking crazy. Look at that. Do this justice. Look at that base. Wow. I'm so grateful. That was so much fun. Still got a little ways to get out of here, but we should be able to make it now. Alrighty, well, we got the tripod and the spotter on there, and all these freaking antlers. We're gonna get out of here. Alrighty, well, it's late, but I just got back and I did want to document all these sheds, and I don't know how I fit them on this pack, but that was just an unreal night. I feel super, super grateful to be able to go do what we can do. Like, we have public land, we can just do this stuff. It's crazy, but super, super grateful. That was like the most fun afternoon I've ever had. But here's what they look like. So got all the bases up top, all those fronts. I think I would have an aneurysm, to be honest, if I saw somebody walking down the trail with this. Just feel super grateful. I mean, it's just like so many years that I put in so much work, and people that know me know that's like what I committed so much of my time to the last 4 or 5 years. Just diving into moose country, trying to figure them out, find sheds. And I have found a lot of sheds along the way, but that initial learning curve was super steep. Like, people know, probably since I was 16, I went and looked a few times. I'd go on trips like once a year into moose country and never really found them. They're just a different animal. They have different habits. They're not as habitual as elk and deer. And that's why I like pursuing these over deer sheds or elk sheds. Granted, this species of moose is nothing like the ones up in Alaska, but I'll take what I can get. I think these ones are super cool. Anyways, appreciate you guys watching. Comment below what your favorite type of shed is to find. Do you like mule deer, whitetail, moose, elk? I know 90% of you guys are like, why are you wasting your time on moose? Like, let's find some elk sheds. But I like picking up a variety, but recently this has been the kick for sure.